are there any other status quos you think we maintain at work that we've talked about compensation, performance, like transparency, anything else that you would add or that you touch on in the book that you just think would resonate with people listening today?
Oh gosh, professionalism is a made up illusion.
Yeah, we all know that.
If you think back to professionalism, if I ask you really split second, think of a professional in your head.
It's a man with a suit.
Right. A man with a suit. And who made that? Who made that in our head? Men with suits.
More men in other suits.
Right. And so if we go into a room and it's full of all white men in black suits, do we think they're any smarter than if we go to a room full of like 20 people with diverse backgrounds, lived experiences, and dressing all sorts of ways with lots of amazing assets and beautification on their selves? No. Right? Like the suit does not automatically make you more intelligent. And so like professionalism, it's not like, oh, I'm going to put on my intelligence suit right now because I'm stupid when I'm not wearing it. I better put it on. It's not like an Avenger suit that has all these things, right? It's literally a piece of clothing. And I love a suit. I love a blazer as fashion, but like professional in the way that we think about professionalism is a made up illusion.
Yeah.
It is as silly as wearing red shoes on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Back to the
if someone said we're all going to wear red shoes on Tuesdays, we'd be like, that's dumb.
I don't even own red shoes, so I'm
right.
unprofessional. Right. I think it like goes back to that power thing too. It's like when you fall into the conception of what professional looks like, because we've all been exposed to it for so long, which is part of our unconscious bias, right? You have to think about like, what have I been exposed to consistently that's like led me to believe that a man in a suit is professional. Or the fact that like a lot of our language is masculine language. There's a whole good book about this called Word Slut. Highly recommend everyone read.
Yep.
It's about how our language is masculine, and then it tends to lead us to believe that like a doctor is a man or a lawyer is a man, and we never think it could be a woman or anything. So I just think like when you think about that and you walk into a room and you see the suit, like I think a lot of times when you think professional, you're giving power to somebody who doesn't necessarily deserve it. And you're taking it away and holding back others who could potentially deserve it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And professional is about, for most, essentially most knowledge workers, right? Professional is what is in your brain and what can you do and what can you figure out?
Not what do you look like and what are you wearing?
That's it. Right. Like that, what is in your brain, what you can do, what your experience has been, what you can figure out. That is it, period.
Yeah.
And everything else is just labels. Everything else is just window dressing, right? Like everything else has nothing to do with whether the person can do the job. And I always find it interesting when people are like, well, what if I want them to meet with clients? And what if I this? And what if I that? And I'm like, that's a lot of excuses that you're making up in your head based off of actual nothingness. If, that's the most common thing that I have seen over 100 companies is when people are like, but they have to meet with clients. And what I found is that in talking with people and even in talking with clients of our clients, customers, they don't care. So it's a made up illusion of like what we think is professional. And I also think that generations coming in are going to change this. They already are starting to change this, right? Like
definitely.
Professional is just not going to be a thing that either means the same or even is a thing probably in 10, 20 years from now. It's just not.
For that day.
Because we want to show uniqueness. We want to show how we're different. And it's, one of the people that I used to work with used to say that we love people's unique abilities until they get in-house. And then we say, we love you. You're unique. You awesome. Come and be with us. Come and work with us. And then it's like first in, now conform. And it very much is that if you think about it, right? It's like, we love how you're bringing this and you're bringing that. And, oh, I love that. And then it's like, no, now this is how we do things. And it's very weird when you think about it. It's kind of cool. Like when you think about it, you're like, wait, what? You want me to wear the same thing, act the same way, do the same things that everyone else does? It's very cult-like in certain ways.
And it stifles innovation.
Stifles innovation. Yeah.
Why stifle the thing that like makes people beautiful and unique?
Right.